Live from your local news leader, home of the number 1:10 p.m. newscast on the High Plains. KAMR Local 4 News at 10 starts now.
President Joe Biden says that he is moving forward with the plans to bring U.S. troops home from Afghanistan in the next couple of months, but some lawmakers are worried that this decision could give the Taliban control back of the region. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Judd Baker. The Pentagon says that the withdrawal of troops is about 90% complete, but there are still some questions about what comes next. KAMR Local 4's Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson has more. That top story from your local election headquarters.
Rhode Island Senator Jack Reed, who chairs the Senate Armed Services Committee, says he supports President Biden's decision to bring troops home from Afghanistan.
I think the president made a difficult but the best of many poor choices.
Reed blames the Trump administration for those bad choices.
The Trump administration had said we were leaving by May 1st. The Taliban had no real responsibilities in that agreement, none that they carried out that I can see.
The Pentagon says while the U.S. will not be on the ground in the country, they will still have the ability to support Afghan allies.
We are not walking away from this relationship. We're going to continue to support them from a financial perspective, logistical perspective, and certainly aircraft maintenance.
There's also concern on Capitol Hill about the Biden administration's plan to protect or evacuate the 18,000 Afghan translators who worked with the U.S. military.
But this has to be our #1 priority.
Illinois Congressman Adam Kinzinger worries that the U.S. won't be able to protect those who have helped troops over the last 20 years.
I just logistically don't think it's possible at this moment, and it's going to be a massive tragedy. It's also going to be a tragedy in the next war, whenever that happens.
President Biden says most Afghans who have applied for visas under a special program will be moved to other countries where their documents will be processed. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson.
President Biden says the goal is to have troops out of Afghanistan by August 31st, ahead of that September 11th deadline that he had previously announced. Former President Donald Trump has won the Conservative Political Action Conference straw poll. The poll results revealed at the conference in Dallas showed 70% of survey takers would vote for the former president if the 2024 GOP primary were held today. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis came in second with 21%. Everyone else received 1% or less. A second poll that did not have Trump running in 24 showed DeSantis in the lead with 68% of the vote. Fencing around the U.S. Capitol was fully removed today, more than 6 months after the attack on January 6th. You can see several people out to enjoy the park-like grounds in this video. Crews began to remove the perimeter fence on Friday, but were stalled by heavy rains. The outer perimeter fence was removed in March. In a statement Sunday, the U.S. Capitol Police said the department chose to remove the fence based on current threat environment and recent enhancements to police response capabilities. However, the Capitol will remain closed to most visitors. The City of Amarillo wants your input in funding priorities when it comes to city parks. The city will be hosting a Parks Master Plan meeting as a part of its Community Solutions series. The City Council will lead the discussion on the master plan for the Parks and Recreation Department. That meeting taking place tomorrow night from 6 to 8 over at the Amarillo Civic Center North Exhibit Hall. For more political coverage, local, state, and national, head over to myhighplains.com. The NTSB released new photos of that Transair flight that crashed off the coast of Oahu. These photos show the fuselage and part of the engine on the ocean floor. Officials say the wreckage is about 2 miles offshore of Iwa Beach, about 360 to 420 feet deep. That's too deep for divers to recover the black boxes of the aircraft, so the investigative team is working on a different plan. They're leaving Oahu this weekend and will return later to recover the plane. They say maintenance records have been documented and reviewed, and more than a dozen interviews have been completed. A fuel sample from another plane that was fueled that same night was also tested, and no irregularities were found. Transair Flight 810 crashed last Friday morning, injuring both pilots. British entrepreneur Richard Branson earned his astronaut wings after flying to space aboard a rocket-powered vehicle developed by his space tourism company. We got details on his trip in a moment, but first, let's get a peek out your window. Meteorologist Melissa Terrazas joining us in the Weather Center. Hey, Melissa.
Hi, Judd. Now, currently across the viewing area, we do have some storm potential, mostly affecting the southern parts of the panhandles, though currently conditions have calmed down. Those winds are out of the southeast, ranging anywhere from 7 to 10 miles per hour. Across the city of Amarillo, we're at 77 degrees here downtown, a little cooler out by the airport at 73 degrees and 74 degrees off of Tascosa Road. For your day planner for your Monday, and as we begin the work week, mostly clear skies. We'll have that low at 64 degrees by noon, sunny midday conditions with temperatures reaching the 80s. By 2 o'clock, we'll have that PM warming. We'll have temperatures in the upper 80s, and by 4 p.m., partly cloudy conditions with that high of 89 degrees. Judd.
All right, Melissa, we'll check back in with you a little later.
Thanks, Judd.
After 17 years of work, British entrepreneur Richard Branson flew into space aboard his company's rocket-powered vehicle. Branson beat fellow billionaire Amazon founder Jeffrey Bezos by 9 days, reaching the milestone. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has more.
3, 2, 1, release, release, release.
Virgin Galactic's first fully crewed flight launched into the outer edge of space, climbing more than 50 miles above the Earth's surface.
Welcome to Space Unity 22.
Entrepreneur Richard Branson earning his astronaut wings after flying aboard the rocket-powered vehicle developed by his space tourism company. The brief but successful test flight now a major boost for the firm, which plans to start commercial flights into space with paying customers in 2022.
Honestly, nothing could prepare you for the view of Earth from space. The whole thing was just magical.
Branson's trip edged out fellow billionaire Jeff Bezos, who is planning a similar flight July 20th. Tesla founder Elon Musk's SpaceX company also plans to fly to space this year. All of the billionaires putting their own lives on the line to demonstrate the safety of their vehicles.
So the mission statement that I wrote inside my spacesuit was to turn the dream of space travel into a reality for my grandchildren who are here, for your grandchildren.
The race to space heating up, putting space tourists one step closer to exploring the universe. Virgin Galactic already has more than 600 reservations, with tickets costing $250,000 apiece. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
Quite the price tag. Both billionaires Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk have congratulated Branson, with Bezos tweeting, quote, "Can't wait to join the club." Back here at home, we're taking a look at the latest coronavirus data across the High Plains as we bring you Facts Not Fear tonight at 10. No new COVID-19 cases were reported today. There are 398 active cases across our area. Thankfully, no new deaths were reported either, and there are 7 new recoveries. You can see a county-by-county look at those numbers on myhighplains.com. It's a unique way to help out a local rescue. Coming up, how a local saloon's pints are going to help out the paws of our four-legged friends. And later, we'll check back in on your forecast with Melissa. You're watching KAMR Local 4 News at 10.